live on another walk this evening. So, right now is what they call golden hour. So, we've got this beautiful sunset behind me, and I'm walking down this beautiful gravel road. But what I wanted to talk to you today about is on top of my YouTube channel, I have this really interesting side gig that I kind of wanted to talk to you about. So if you listened to me yesterday on my live, you heard that I have always been kind of an entrepreneur and always had all these little fun ideas that I like to try. And I like to just try them because I feel really strongly that my role is to have a regular full-time job, because I think I plan to probably retire earlier than 62, but I really enjoy having the benefits and the stability of a full-time job. So I do all these little side things. And so, as a lot of you know, I had the food blog, Sweet Tooth Sarah, and I kind of have put that off to the side for a little bit. And now another side gig that I have is because I have two beautiful black labs that photograph extremely well. I do some pet photography. So I have been working on pet and nature photography. Maybe someday it'll go to humans, but I really, really enjoy the animal side of it. So pets meaning horses, cows. Yeah, some people do have cows as pets. Dogs. Probably not so much cats. Cats are really elusive and not really fun to play with. Sometimes, I guess I could probably do some cats, but most of the stuff I do is dogs. Horses are huge though. For people that have these beautiful horses, horse photography is absolutely amazing. So anyway, for these sessions, so I have definitely a nicer camera, expensive lens, because you have to get those crisp shots in there. And so then you end up with the camera, the lens, and hi for people just joining. You end up with the camera and the lens. So we're talking about a second side gig that I have that I haven't really shared about much on this channel. Oops, sorry, I have a dog kind of running through me. And so I have two beautiful black lab, purebred black labs that are sport training or sport hunting labs. And hold on, I have one that needs to go to the bathroom right now. And because of that, one of my side gigs is doing pet photography or livestock photography. We have a lot of livestock up here. And sorry, she had to go to the bathroom. And it is very hard. Photographing dogs and animals is extremely hard. And so I get a lot of exercise doing it, which is really, really nice. Dogs tend to have thousands of pictures taken to get, the 10, 20 good ones that I promise my clients. And you have to do, depending on the color of the dog, you have to do different types of things. So this little side gig that I have definitely requires nights and weekends, and some travel for some of the people that pay like a more of a premium price for, especially horses. Horses I have to travel for, and people love their horses. They are have their manes beautifully combed, their tails braided. I mean, they put a lot of work into what horses look like before you arrive. And then because the camera equipment is so expensive, we have to make sure that my shots are good, because to redo pet photos is really, really tough. So, I end up charging that $400. If it's local, $300. And you really, with pets, you only need about a half an hour, because you are working hard and fast, and you don't really have humans to deal with. You have the human that brought the dog, but they're more or less dangling treats above your head, trying to get the dog to at least look at the camera. A little bit to look at the camera. I like the natural dog photos. Horses are a lot more because most of the time I do have to travel, but I end up doing more than one horse. So that's usually a day shoot, requiring that $2,500 a day or something like that, depending on what the location is or what it's doing. So almost as much as a wedding. And I would much rather do a horse than a wedding. Can you imagine taking all the pictures for a wedding and then the bride and groom didn't like your style? Ooh, that would be very hard. So anyway, I'm gonna flip the camera. Sam dog. So this is one of our labs, Sammy. Sammy, you wanna look at there? I'm gonna say hi. She's hot. So this is Sammy. She's 5. Yep. Purebred black lab. So she is the perfect size. She's got that beautiful gait right here. She is about 72 pounds. Her mom was chocolate brown. Her dad was black. Our older dog, Old Granny, and Sammy have the same dad. And so Sammy hunts pheasant, grouse, and woodcock. She loves to chase deer, but we have to keep, probably will have some deer in this coming up here. I can't believe they haven't taken out this corn. We've got a huge cornfield behind me. There's usually some deer standing in here. She chases deer, so that's why she's on a leash. So we don't chase the deer. Anyway, so anybody have any questions for my channel? This channel, where am I from? Okay, I am from northern Minnesota. So Minnesota is obviously in the central part of the United States, up at the top by Canada. This is unseasonably warm weather. It was 82 degrees today. Usually it's only 60 degrees about now. So yes, northern Minnesota. It will snow probably within the next 3 weeks. Yes, USA. Yep. And so a lot of you people that are probably watching maybe live in big cities or potentially live in very crowded areas, but this is my view. Corn, gravel roads, there's a car back there, irrigators, and the sun. And we'll have stars here shortly. What is your weather like? Okay, our weather, come on, she smells deer. Our weather is terrible. It's cold here most of the year. We have really nice weather May through October. And then it gets freezing cold again. Most of the time you go outside and your skin will freeze within 10 minutes in the wintertime. So we are bundled up like snowmen. Yep. Yes, the sunset is beautiful. We're extremely lucky to live here, except for the cold weather. So I've been to like big cities in the United States, like, okay, I turn around. San Francisco, New York City, Miami, huge places. And I tell you what, nothing beats the rural area in Minnesota. And you'll get a lot of this in North Dakota and South Dakota too. And Iowa. This actually probably looks like Iowa until they get this corn out of here. This corn, I can't believe this corn is still here. These are huge farmers that own thousands and thousands of acres. So they come in and this whole field will be gone in a day. Oh, And I have a motorcyclist coming down the road, so you can see the motorcycle. They love to kick up dust. Okay, we'll move over so we don't trap him. But yeah, so we'll just keep talking while he goes by. That's unusual. That's twice now in this week that there's been a motorcyclist, which that never happens. Okay, so back to my side gig. So I don't know, do any of you that follow have pets that are on here? Pets at all? Anybody? So I am a huge dog lover, obviously. And so part of the way I give back is doing some of these pictures for these dogs. I feel horrible for the dogs that are in shelters. I wish I could take them all, and I wish I could have a sanctuary, but I just literally can't. I work full time, and it just does not work with the facilities that we have and how cold it is here. I mean, it is really hard on animals outside, so a lot of them have to be in on that. So yes, I would say that my dream would be to have an animal sanctuary or like a wildlife rehabilitation center for all these animals that get hurt. You know, we get a lot of people that like will kill a mom deer with a car, and then you got the baby deer and they have to be helped or raised. A lot of owls. Sorry, she yanked me back there. But yeah, so those that are asking again on the chat, Sammy's 5. She is my amazing dog. Very good hunter. She lives to hunt. And then Old Granny. A lot of you have seen Old Granny. Old Granny does a lot of shorts because Old Granny is just hilarious. Our old dog. She's 10. She's going to be 11 here real shortly. And she just is got the old lady laid back life right now. So she doesn't go on these long walks because she walks like an ancient lady, and it's really a long walk with her. So I assume that I will probably get the next, there's some birds. Sunset again. The next dogs I get. See, she's always hunting. We're not going to go in the corn. No, we're not going in the corn. This is why I have a leash on her. Otherwise, she would listen to me because she's well trained, but a deer comes out of here and she'll be gone. And I don't feel like running through the corn. Anyway, the next dogs I get. So when Old Granny ends up going, I'm planning on getting 2 puppies at the same time from different litters. And the reason for that is, you know, these dogs live 12 to 15 years. You know, well taken care of dogs should last that long. Unless they have like cancer or disease or something like that. But a healthy dog from good bloodlines should live, you know, that 12 to 15 years. And that's about what I've got for the next set of dogs is, you know what I mean, before I'm too old to be being real active with them. So I think we're going to end up getting 2, probably black. Black is my favorite color Labrador, but we did have a yellow one. Otherwise, all of ours have been black. And then we also have had a pug. Does anybody love pugs? I love pugs. But I just don't really like the little indoor dogs anymore. I want to stick with my big dogs. And I just love pugs. But we've never had a chocolate lab. So, Sammy's a girl dog. That's funny. Sammy's not a male. Sammy's a girl. like Samantha would be her full name. We call her Sammy, or actually I call her Sam Dog. So a lot of people think she is male. She kind of acts like a male. She's pretty aggressive when it comes to hunting. We don't keep males on property. I wish I could. They're just so aggressive to the females, especially if they come into heat. So then we got to keep everybody separated. And if I did it again, I'd probably get 2 males at the same time instead of a male and a female, unless I was going to do a breeding program, which at this point, I don't know. My kids are all in college, and you get to that point where you don't want to retire with 6 dogs either, because, you know, they can't, you got to keep them through their lifetime. So that makes it tough. But anyway, Sammy is a very nice, reasonably well-trained dog. My husband does most of the training. They respond to his voice and not mine so much, but I think it would also be fun to really have a canine, like a search dog. So all these things that I could do, just don't ever have enough time. That's what it comes down to. When you work full-time, it is extremely difficult to manage an entire pack of dogs. Unless you get a YouTube channel or something that starts making some revenue, like this one should be, but it doesn't. I'm not very good at social media. I'm good at dogs, but not the promotion and social media of it. So if you want, you can subscribe if you get any value out of this, but I am going to have to get off of this live because of this reason. We are coming up to the highway, and I do not go on my phone on the highway with the dogs. So I have to be very alert, even though there's hardly any traffic and it's dark. But, well, I hope you enjoyed meeting Sammy and me rambling on about another side gig that I have. Check it out. Maybe you would be interested someday. I doubt I would probably fly out to see that because I have enough local work. But you never know. I might be the next professional dog photographer for Purina. Who knows? They probably have people on staff. So, all right. Well, thanks for joining me. Have a good night.